Today I'm showing you 10 common mistakes car videographers make during a film shoot and how to avoid them so your footage looks clean, cinematic, and usable. Let's get into it. Mistake number 1, shooting in a messy or distracting location. Now I get it, sometimes you just want to get the shot. But power lines, trash cans, busy backgrounds, they all kill the vibe. Pick an area that's clean, open, and quiet. A courtyard works really well. Anything that's really modern, spacious, has little to no clutter, and barely any traffic. The next mistake is using the wrong camera settings. So you want to make sure that your settings are dialed in and locked in. Here's how I shoot. 4K, 60 frames per second. I set my shutter speed to 1/120th. My native ISO is 640, and I'll adjust that up to 2000 depending on the shot. For my aperture, I'll go anywhere between f2.8 up to f5, depending on, again, the shot and the time of the day. All those sort of things will play into it. Evening shots, I'll usually use a wider aperture, but if I do have to shoot in harsh daylight, I'll use a more narrow aperture that will really help get more of the details that sometimes can be lost. For my color profile, I prefer shooting in f-log because it just gives me a lot more flexibility in grading, because there are a lot of harsh contrasts between the exterior to the interior. Exterior is going to just be really bright, and the interior is going to be really dark. Let's talk about auto white balance, which is a big mistake. You don't want your white balance shifting during mid-shot, as it's going to be a nightmare to edit in post. The way to get around this is you can set it to auto and then lock it so it doesn't change. I have a special button that I set up on my camera, so I can just simply hit that button and it will lock the white balance. You can also manually set your white balance. Take a white piece of paper or an actual white card, put it in front of your camera, and it'll set the white balance for you. The other way is that you can manually adjust the temperature, and what I'll do is usually set mine to 5600 Kelvin for daylight shots. Next is filming in harsh daylight without a lens filter. So you don't want blown out highlights. If you can, shoot at golden hour, which is going to be your best friend, especially in the summer. The light is just really soft and it really makes the paint and the curves pop. Speaking from personal experience, a lot of the times I do have to go film out at less than ideal times, which is usually midday. To get around this, I will use an ND filter. It's a pair of sunglasses you put on your lens, and it allows you to shoot in a wide aperture so you don't have to shoot at a narrow aperture, and gives you that nice cinematic effect. Don't go cheap on your glass. The one I prefer to use right now is a K&W 2-in-1, which is a CPL and an ND filter all in one, and that works really well and gets me some really nice results. Speaking of filters, let's talk about CPL filters. Always make sure you have a CPL filter with you, as this is going to remove reflections on the car. Reflections change depending on your angle. If you don't use a CPL, your shots can just look really washed out, and what it also does is adds a lot more vibrance. Really just makes them pop. So make sure you just take 2 seconds, rotate that filter till the reflections look correct. Mistake 6, just winging it with no plan. One thing you never want to do is just wing it. What I like to do is start with establishing drone shots, then move on to gimbal work. I'll divide the car into 4 quadrants, which covers the front, back, and sides. I'll then cover each area starting with wide shots, and then I'll move into close-ups to get the details. But if you don't plan it, you'll miss shots and have gaps in your edit. Mistake number 7, starting with flashy gimbal moves right away. I wouldn't recommend jumping straight into vortex mode or doing some wild transition. Get the safe shots first. Clean wides, orbits, push-ins, then experiment once you've got what you need. Another common mistake is not repeating shots. And what I mean by that is just settling for a shaky or weak shot. If you need to, do it again, and then do it again, and then do it again to get the exact shot that you want. If the move doesn't feel locked in, redo it. Just don't be afraid to repeat a shot 2, 3, even 5 times if it means getting it right. Mistake number 9, not bringing additional lighting. A lot of times we forget how dark interiors can get. Most car interiors are usually black or gray, so in low light, they're just shadows. Therefore, I recommend bringing a small LED light. I have some battery-powered GVM lights that work really great. Even just a little bit of light can make a big difference for interior detail shots. Last mistake, Shooting tight right away. Start wide. Let the car breathe a little bit. Show off its stance, lines, and location. Then move in close for details, getting badging, trim, taillights, vents, and wheels. Tight shots only look good when they build off a strong wide shot. There you have it, 10 mistakes to avoid when you're out filming a car. So remember, take your time, plan your shoot, and don't rush the process. Pick a clean location with good lighting, which will give you nice, clean, professional looking shots. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and smash that like button, hit the subscribe button so you can receive more car videography tips and tricks. My name is Andrew Cooper at andrewcoopervideo.com. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.